The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Several government agencies held a forum earlier today as they continue to monitor Super Typhoon Betty. Let's get updates. We have JC Cosico reporting to us live from Quezon City. JC, good afternoon. Can you tell us about these evacuation efforts that's ongoing already and which places and which areas are already affected?
Riza, according to disaster officials, there are around 800 families who have gone under preemptive evacuation according to the NDRMC. Now, these areas include in Negros Occidental, Rojas, in Palawan, and also in Pampanga. Now, the Interior Department said that other areas may also follow suit given that wind signals have been raised in parts of Luzon. Riza.
JC, does the department have an estimate as to the number of personnel that will be deployed to areas that will be likely affected by Betty?
Riza, according to the NDRMC, thousands of personnel from the AFP, PNP, BFP, and the Philippine Coast Guard are on standby to be deployed in areas to be likely affected by Super Typhoon Betty. Now, apart from that, water filtration systems, transportation assets are also on standby, including satellite phones in case communication lines are down. Riza.
How about the DSWD, JC? What are their efforts in preparation?
Riza, according to spokesperson Asek Romel Lopez, about 1 million family food packs have been prepositioned nationwide, again in preparation for Super Typhoon Betty. But these food packs will no longer include canned tunas following recent issues hounding this. But according to Asek Romel Lopez, they're doing mix and matching of corned beef and sardines in replacement of these said canned tunas. Now, they also assured the public of proper handling of these food packs, and those nearing expiration are being utilized by the agency. Riza.
JC, at the forum, was it discussed on perhaps the estimate on the damage that the government is expecting from this typhoon or this super typhoon?
Riza, no figures mentioned by Pag-asa as to the expected damage of this super typhoon. But according to the State Weather Bureau, this typhoon can't be compared to Typhoon Yolanda, as this is not expected to make landfall. Riza.
And finally, the advice from government officials to our kababayans?
Riza, according to Pag-asa and also disaster agencies, they remind the public to continue monitoring as the track of the typhoon may still change over time. And apart from that, don't be complacent, because even if that Betty will not make landfall or is not likely to make landfall, it will still enhance monsoon rains, particularly this weekend up to Monday over western sections of Visayas and Mindanao, including southern Luzon and as well as in Region 4B, to be specific. Now, apart from that, they also continue to remind the public to also to remain vigilant and prepare and be in touch with emergency hotlines in case of emergencies. Riza.
Thank you. That was JC Cosico reporting to us live from Quezon City. Super Typhoon Betty maintains its strength while moving west-northwestward. It was last spotted some 1,170 kilometers east of central Luzon. It is packing wind speeds of up to 195 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 240 kilometers per hour. Pag-asa expects Betty to track generally west and northwestward. It is also expected to maintain its strength for the next 36 to 48 hours, but short-term intensification is not being ruled out. Betty is forecast to weaken considerably on Monday or Tuesday over the waters east of Batanes. Now, the Weather Bureau has raised tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 over some parts of Cagayan and Isabela. Meanwhile, monsoon rains are expected to prevail over the western sections of Mimaropa, Visayas, and Mindanao until tomorrow. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Now, this year's Business World Economic Forum centered on digitalization and sustainability. Details in this report by mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez.
Digitalization and sustainability. These were the key themes explored during the Business World Economic Forum 2023. Information and Communications Technology Secretary Ivan Uy opened the panel and discussed how digitalization is the key to greater financial inclusion.
The Philippine digital economy is promising an environment not only for its people, but more importantly also for its investors. I challenge every one of you to continue upskilling our workforce on ICT skills that will empower them to participate and become citizens in cyberspace.
The agency also touted that from $17 billion in 2021, the Philippine digital economy is projected to generate $25 billion by 2025. Uy said the agency will continue to expand connectivity in the country and to upskill Filipino workers to become ICT literate. The DICT is also aiming to attract more investments through digitalization. For corporations like 917 Ventures, digitalization is also the key to growth. The firm also wants to focus on improving not only brands but also the consumer experience.
We want to be the largest digital health tech platform without a physical hospital. We want to be the fifth largest financial institution without a physical bank. We want to be one of the largest educational providers without classrooms. So that's what we're trying to do to make these essential services accessible to Filipinos through digital.
However, financial institutions like BDO believe in the concept called Phygital, which stands for Physical plus Digital. It noted that while digitalization is important, physical presence is still vital in promoting financial inclusion to serve the underserved. The Basis Conversion and Development Authority or BCDA meanwhile highlighted the importance of digital infrastructure to transport and mobility. It also teased its smart mobility project in New Clark City, Pampanga, which would be first of its kind and is set to be launched within the year. In terms of agriculture, the DA admitted its shortcomings resulting in low productivity. With that, it calls on its partners, especially private sectors, to help in modernizing the agriculture sector.
We need to go, digitalized. First of all, to attract the young people to get into agriculture. We need the whole, whole of nation collaboration.
Ride-hailing apps Grab and Angkas also graced the forum. Both companies reiterated their commitment to improve technology to promote better services to the riding public. The two also mentioned that the rise of artificial intelligence or AI won't be a hindrance. Instead, Grab and Angkas will use it to their advantage to retool and reskill the workforce as well as make things simpler for the public. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez, We Are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at other stories we're watching. The Philippines is not inclined to impose a total deployment ban to Kuwait following the Gulf states' suspension of visas issuance to Filipinos. Instead, President Bongbong Marcos said officials would continue to talk with their Kuwaiti counterparts to resolve the matter. Social Weather Station survey has found out that 7 out of 10 Pinoys find job hunting hard these days. Only 11% find it easy, while 16% said it's neither easy nor hard. And Uniol Philippines projects that prices of gasoline would increase by up to 1 peso and 20 centavos per liter next week. Prices of diesel, however, are expected to remain the same. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 4:30 in the afternoon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.